Now, it's time to solve the problems rather than understanding the base theory of the arrays. In this video, we will solve 5 problems which are beginner friendly, and you will understand how to build the logic of the problems by reading the problem statement, and later we will solve problems by listening. I read the problem statement and you have to understand the problem statement and solve the problems by yourself. Then I'll give the logic and the code. So, if you find my content useful, do like and subscribe and share your lovable comments too. First, download and install the Thorny code editor. This will help you to debug and understand the code easily. Problem 1. Find and print the largest element in an array. Now, pause the video and try to build the logic of this problem. I hope you build the logic and solve it by yourself, and if you can't make the logic, don't worry, I am here to assist you. Let's solve this problem together. First, read the problem statement carefully, because sometimes when we don't read the problem statement carefully, we miss important information which will help us to solve the problem. So, read the problem statement 3 to 4 times at least what the interviewer is asking about. Let's assume the interviewer gives this array as an example to find the largest number. We don't know the largest element in this array. Assume that first element is the largest, so start with it. Now compare it with each subsequent element. If a subsequent element is larger, update the largest. After checking all the elements, the largest element found is the result. Now, how can we write code for our built logic? It is simple. If you have solid understanding of the basics like variables, if else, and loops, etc. We said first element is the largest one, so store that first element in a variable. Then we compare this first element with all the subsequent elements. How can we do this in code? We can use loop. Write for num in array, and inside this loop we have a condition which is our third step. If num is greater than the largest, then inside this if statement update the largest, and in the fourth step we just found the largest element in the array. How can we write this in code? If we use functions to find the largest, just return the largest. Congratulations, you built your first logic and write code for it. Problem 2. Calculate and print the sum of all the elements in an array. Pause the video. Start with total of 0. Add each element of the array to the total. After iterating through all elements, the total will be the sum of all elements in the array. Now let's write code for it. Store 0 in total variable. Write for loop for num in array, and inside this simply write total is equals to total plus num. And in the third step, simply return total variable, and you solve your second problem. Problem 3. Count and print the number of even elements in an array. Pause the video. Start with a count of 0. Iterate through each element of the array. If an element is even, increment the count. How can we find even number? We divide the number by 2. If the remainder of that number is 0, there is even number. And if the remainder is 1, number is odd. Modulus operator helps us to find the remainder of the number in the code. After checking all elements, the count will be the number of even elements. Let's write code. Take variable count which holds 0. Write for loop, and inside this for loop, we check if remainder of a number is 0, increase the count with 1, and simply return the count variable. And there you go. Problem 4. Reverse the elements of an array and print the reversed array. Pause the video. Create an empty list for the reversed array. Iterate through the original array in reverse order. Add each element to the reversed array. After iterating through all elements, the reversed array will be the original array in reverse order. Code for this logic is: take an empty array, write for loop which iterates the original array in reverse order, and inside the loop, simple append all the element in the empty array and return that empty array. And the fourth problem is solved. Problem 5. Calculate and print the average of all elements in an array. Pause the video. Start with a total of 0. Add each element of the array to the total. Divide the total by the number of elements to get the average. Now, it's time to write code by yourself and paste your solution in the comment section. I'll check your solution and definitely reply to you that your solution is correct or need any modifications. And that is for this video. Stay curious, keep learning, and may your code be bug free.